You know how there's always, whenever there's a shooting or something like this, people have a debate in the media about whether or not young people, teenagers or whatever, the people who commit these crimes, whether or not they are influenced by violent video games or rap music or something, or violence in films and so on. And liberals usually take the position, no, this is ridiculous. People aren't influenced by what they see on television or the games they play or the music they listen to or the images that they're exposed to. This has nothing to do with people's behavior. There's $100 billion industry that relies on the fact that people are influenced by the images that they see, by the programs that they watch, by the messages that they are exposed to, and by the music that they listen to. It's the PR industry, which is another word for the propaganda industry. That's what it is, and that's the industry that I'm involved in. It's the manipulation business, and it relies on the fact that people are influenced by what they watch and what they listen to, what they're exposed to. Absolutely, people are influenced. If they weren't influenced by things like this, then people like me would not get paid large sums of money to influence people through exposing them to certain types of messages. And this industry, the PR industry, the propaganda industry, the manipulation industry, grows at about 5% per year. It's one of the fastest growing, most profitable industries that exist. And coincidentally, most of the people who work in PR and marketing, propaganda, manipulation are liberals. Most of them are on the left end of the spectrum. So it's not surprising that liberals are the ones who say, no, of course this doesn't work. This doesn't affect people. Of course it affects people. Don't be stupid. You know it affects people. How else do you think people get influenced? And everything is political in PR, in marketing, in manipulation. Everything is political. Because why? Morality is political. Your morals, your values, all of that is political. And your morals and your values are the primary way that you can be manipulated, by appeals to your values, appeals to your morality, appeals to your sense of yourself and your identity. This is key to manipulation, to marketing, to propaganda. It's key. And if you can't see, for example, the ghost of Edward Bernays, and if you don't know who Edward Bernays is, he has a long and storied, legendary career in PR, basically invented the industry. If you can't see, if you can't perceive and detect the ghost of Edward Bernays in movements like body positivity, in the LGBT movement, in the trans movement, in all of these types of movements, if you can't see the manipulation, the body positivity movement is diabetes promotion. It's diabetes promotion. It's heart disease promotion. LGBT, we know this lifestyle requires a cocktail of drugs and lifelong dependency on a cocktail of drugs. Trans movement requires a lifelong commitment to hormone therapy, obviously surgery, an endless amount of pharmaceutical purchases if you are into that lifestyle. All of this is big business. They're not going to tell you that. This is all market creation. Body positivity is creating markets for diabetes medication, for heart disease medication, and obviously for the food companies that want to produce complete garbage food for you to eat. LGBT, this is also a movement for the promotion of the pharmaceutical industry, trans pharmaceutical industry, insurance, all of these medical industries. This is what it is. Edward Bernays, one of the things that he did that he was famous for was getting women to smoke cigarettes, because his client was a cigarette company. To get women to smoke cigarettes as quote-unquote torches of freedom to symbolize women's liberation. So he just played on, the early days of feminism to get women to buy cigarettes. Getting people to buy disease and sickness, because disease and sickness creates customers. Or you can call them patients if you want to, but they're customers. I'm not going to say that it's a conspiracy, the violence that's promoted in the media, but you can't ignore the fact that one of the growing industries in the United States is the private security, private prisons, and so on. Of course, people are manipulated by the images that they see, the messages that they are exposed to, the programs that they watch, the music that they listen to, the video games that they play. Of course, they're influenced by that. Of course, they're manipulated by that. Telling you that they're not is itself manipulation and trying to influence you into thinking a certain way so that you can be more susceptible to manipulation and influence. So be on your guard.